Hello everybody, welcome to you. In this video, I'll try to discuss a bit about the concept of demand, supply, and the industry equilibrium, and the meaning of them and the law of demand supply. The meaning of the word demand is something different from when it is used in the common language. Usually, demand, when it's used in the common language, refers to only the desire. Suppose if I say that I demand a Mercedes-Benz car or BMW. Strictly speaking, it becomes meaningless statement. Those statements are meaningless until and unless I possess the ability to buy and willingness to buy, apart from the desire. Otherwise, it refers to only the desire. So, when desire becomes effective, it will become demand. So, if I say that I demand Mercedes Benz, that means I have the desire to possess it, and I also have the ability to buy, that is money, and then I am willing to spend that money for buying Mercedes Benz or BMW. If I don't qualify in any of them, that means if I don't have money to buy, or if I am not willing to spend money to buy, then it will not become demand, it remains as only the desire. So when the word demand is used in the common language, it refers to the desire only. And when it is used in the corporate language, that desire becomes effective. And this effective desire is when a person has the desire to buy and utilize goods and services, and at the same time he has money to buy, that is generalized purchasing power, that is ability to buy, and also willingness to spend money to buy it. Then the word demand becomes qualified. So if I have to say that I demand Mercedes Benz, I need to have desire to buy it and then money to buy it, 2, 3 crores, 5 crores. Then willing to spend, that also is not enough. I must be willing to spend that money to buy it so that my desire becomes effective. That is called demand. And let's see what is the law of demand. Law of demand states that other things being constant, being equal, ceteris paribus condition. When price rises, demand falls. You can test it yourself. If you get some 20 rupees pocket money and you demand one ice cream cone at the price 20 rupees, and if price falls from 20 rupees to 10 rupees, you will be able to buy two ice cream cones. That means when price falls, people demand more. Students will consume more of chocolate and more of ice creams whenever their price falls. So that means when price falls, that is in the student life itself you can observe, and this is the same behavior which is revealed by any human being all over the world. When price of goods and services fall, people start demanding more of them, and when price rises, they start demanding lesser quantity of that commodity for which the price has increased. So this is the law of demand. Other things should remain constant. What are those other things? The income of the people, then population, then weather condition, taste and preferences, fashion, trend. Everything should remain constant so that when the price of a particular good rises, the demand for that particular good falls, and vice versa. So this can be represented through some table and diagram. Table is written here. This is price 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and demand 50 to 40, 30, 20, 10, in the sense that when the price is less, demand is more. At price rupee 1 or dollar 1, 50 units of the quantity is demanded of that particular commodity. When price increases to 2, demand falls to 40. When price increases to 3, demand falls to 30. Likewise it goes on. When price is 4, it is 20. When price is 5, it is 10. So when price rises, demand falls, and it is represented in graph. And this is the first quadrant that we use in economics mostly, because both x and y axis are positive and easy to explain. And the quantity is measured on y axis and the price on y axis, and even otherwise it could prove good. Okay, so at price 1, 50 units are demanded. When price increases to 2, 40 units are demanded. Price 3, 30 units. 4, 20, and 5, it is 10. So demand curve is negatively sloping, in the sense that demand is a function of price. D is equal to the f of price. When price rises, demand falls. That means the relationship between them is negative. And come to the supply side. Supply of the goods and services is done by the producer, supplier, entrepreneur, right? And then he will show the different behavior than that of the consumers. It is quite opposite behavior. So producers will be able to gain more of profit whenever the price of the good rises. Consumers demand more when price falls. And producers are willing to spend more, willing to lend more, willing to supply more goods and services whenever there is rise in the price of the goods and services. So because mainly the private entrepreneurs, they establish their organization, their unit, with the intention of making profit and maximizing profit. That is at least one of the basic goals of establishment of the business organization. So that being the condition, suppliers are willing to supply more goods at higher prices, whereas on the demand side, consumers are willing to buy more at lesser prices. So equilibrium is at point where both supply and demand are equal to each other. The concept supply refers to the quantity of the commodity which is offered for sales at a particular price and at a point in time. So the supply is done by the producers. At higher the price, higher will be the supply. So the relationship between supply is a function of price. Supply and price is positive. When price rises, supply rises, and vice versa. So the relationship between price and quantity supplied is positive. So at price 1, only 10 units are supplied. At price 2, 20 units, 3, 30, 4, 40, and 5, 50. So consumers and producers will have opposing interests. At higher price, consumers demand lesser goods, but at higher price, producers supply more of goods. And of course, the equilibrium is attained when the demand is equal to supply. So refer to this table again. When the price is 1, supply is less, it's only 10 units. Price is 2, supply is 2 units and 20 units, and then 3, 30, 4, 40, 5, 50. And see the demand schedule. It is quite opposite to that. When price is 1, demand is 50, it's highest here in this example. And then when price is 2, demand is 40. And then equilibrium is attained when both supply and demand are equal to each other at a particular price. Okay, that's where the equilibrium is attained. Thank you. See you in the next video.